NHL Nightly with your host, the sports, a.k.a. Peter Lebowski, a.k.a. Jeremiah Maxwell. And with him, as always, maybe Pearlo, Wisdom, and Rico and Barry.
What up? I am Jeremiah Maxwell. With me, as always, maybe is Rico and Barry, Pearlo, Wisdom in Edmonton, Alberta. We've got 13 games on the slate. Several are final. This is NHL Nightly with the Sports Beard. In conjunction with Fans First Sports Network, you can listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, NHL Nightly. We're working on logos, designs. Stuff's going to change. We'll get more better, as I like to say. We'll get more better. Tonight, the Bruins' best Blue Jackets 4-1. We called that, I think. The Hurricanes, Rangers. Wow, the Hurricanes look good, man. They're back. The Hurricanes are back. They got their goalie. Svechnikov has found his game. 6-1 drubbing at the New York Rangers at home. I looked in that game, but it was not a lot of fun for the Rangers. It really was never close. They got a power play within the first 30 seconds and scored. My Caps were up 4-0 on the Pens. It's 4-3. It's typical Pens Caps. Both Ovi and Crosby have scored, though, so that's cool. Canadians up 3-1 on the Stars. Oh, those feisty Canadians, man. You better not sleep on them. Flames, our friend KQ's in the chat. Go Flames, go. Flames up 2-1 on the Wild. Third period, lots of time left. 13 minutes left to go. Islanders just went up 3-1 on the Colorado Avalanche. You had that one in their books. By the way, my good friend Darren, which you guys have met, who's been on the show, is at this game, as he's a partial season ticket holder to the Colorado Avs, lifelong Avalanche fan. County right there. Preds up 1-0 on the Blackhawks. Gustav Nyquist's ninth goal. Quietly having a decent season for them. The Jets up 2-1 on Tampa. We called that, right? I think the Jets look so good. The Jets are on a power play right now, too. Panthers up 1-0 on the Yotes. That's at intermission. Like I said, Islanders 3-1. There's a lot of game left in that Islanders Avalanche game, though. It's 18:34 in the second remaining, so plenty of time in that game to see something happen. Oilers are up 1-0 on the Flyers. That's already in the second. That game is going very fast. Senators Canucks have not dropped the puck, and then the game of the evening, I think it's going to be a fun one, which we'll probably get to watch after we're off stream here. A good portion of it would be the Leafs and the Kings. How are you guys feeling about that one? Still like the Kings myself because we'll see. But Martin Jones, former King, played a long time in the Sharks organization. Definitely familiar with playing in LA. Should be good. Let's hear from you guys. How are your bets doing? What's going on? What's happening? How was your day? Woohoo! What's going on?
Oh, the day started just watching the World Juniors in Canada letting one off their own defenseman's knee to go in to lose a tournament. They slept through the first period and they just started coming on the second and the third. But man, the Czechs blocked every shot, hitting posts and blocking shots. And I mean, that was a crappy start to the day, but nice to see the Czechs move on. But I didn't take a lot of sides tonight in betting. I took a whack load of props, just a whack load of player props, and they've been hitting good. And that's topped by McLeod's plus 400 goal for the Oilers tonight.
Okay, McLeod plus 400. So we're rooting for McLeod to get a goal. Ryan McLeod to get a goal.
He's got it already.
Darkness, I can't say I disagree with what you said. But it was a brutal way for them to go down. I definitely think that. Darkness says he very much enjoyed watching Canada lose as an American. I only really enjoy watching Canada lose if they lose to us. So I do know that they take their hockey pretty seriously. It's their sport. They feel like it is. It's very important to them. I do feel bad that it ended kind of a brutal way. But my boy Hot Take Hockey said you got to watch out for that team. On the December 31st, said it could be an upset. And it was. Now, did Canada also lose to Germany? And they lost to Sweden as well.
They lost to Sweden.
I don't think they
2-0.
lost to Germany.
Okay, was the game close against Germany or something? Because I was like, I heard Germany get mentioned, and
Look out, Islanders, going into Colorado and winning 3-1.
I'm telling you, man, the Islanders are a difficult team to figure out.
Well, I had the over in this game, so far I'm liking it. Yeah. And I had Montreal team total over, so we got that. That was 2.5. So it's going good that way.
Yeah.
Good. What else
Seth
do you guys
Jarvis
have?
over shots. Charlie Coyle point.
Did you hit the Seth
Hurricanes
Jarvis over? Because that
5.5.
game's over.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now we got. I had Jarvis
Then
over shots. Did you tail me on that, or did you have that already?
I did. So that means I tailed your Shesterkin over saves and your Burns over props too. I saw you put that one in one of the late ones. I was like, oh man, the Hurricanes only had like 4 shots on goal in the first or something and then Shesterkin didn't save anything.
For Colorado just made it 3-2. So what was the over under on
so
that?
the
for
over is looking good on that game. That's good. But I mean, we got to start giving mad respect to Montreal here in the second half. You really gotta. Like this team is playing. They play hard every game. You can't take. I don't think you could ever take a puck line against Montreal right now.
I agree with that, and we said that yesterday in our special Winter Classic stream. If you joined us, thank you so much. Go ahead, guys. If you have any other bets you want to talk about, I don't want to be.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I got.
I could use your help. If there's dead air, you should talk.
Yeah. Okay. So I have the later games. I have Senators Canucks over 6.5. I took the Preds -1.5. What's the score on that right now?
It's 1-0 still, I believe.
Still, eh? Okay.
Yep. I think that's at the break, Pearlo. So
okay. Well, I took the Preds first period, so I got that one. We got that one. I had Trouba over 2.5 block shots, and I'm going to keep on rolling with that, and he got it. Trouba over 2.5 block shots. Play that all year long. He is always going over his block shots.
And you won that? So you won that bet? Okay, awesome.
Yeah. That was a big one.
Just don't bet Brett Burns over shots because New York Rangers block shots like madmen. So to get anything through from the point is very difficult. I saw that with Burns, the first couple shots he had on the game.
We didn't get it.
No.
That's all right.
Yeah, one I like in the late game because a California kid is plus 570 for Nick Robertson to get a goal for the Leafs. He's from that area. So
how about California born? How about California born Austin Matthews? He was born in LA.
That's true too. Jeez, we should be going hard on
Austin Matthews 30th. Did you get any good? Could you get any props for him to get his props there?
Oh, his future, probably could. Never even thought about it. But I like the Kings money line, and so did you, Beard.
Yes. If you don't know what that sound is, that's the Caps going into Pittsburgh and winning. Fucking eat a dick, Crosby.
Anyway. Man, it would have been a good night just to take a Crosby and one Ovechkin.
Anderson in Montreal is going off.
Did you hear Sammy McKee today? He had a bet for Crosby and Ovechkin to score. It was plus 540. I fucking wanted to take it. And Ovi's goal, by the way, Opposite side of the rink goes Oppo fucking Sauce. Beats him top shelf fucking right on the power play. Not his office. We scored in the same spot. All you fucking dick-lacking fucking Crosby-loving sons of bitches who conveniently forget he's... How many fucking Hall of Famers can we put on that fucking team with Sidney Crosby? Oh, Carlson, Hall of Famer. Oh, Letang, Hall of Famer. Oh, Malkin, Hall of Famer. Oh, Fleury's a Hall of Famer. Oh, Gonchar should be Hall of Famer. Oh, he played with Iginla, Hall of Famer. Oh, he played with fucking Mario Lemieux, Hall of Famer. I count 7 just off the top of my fucking head. Let's go.
I don't care. He's still the best two-way player. He's one of the best two-way players.
You can lick my fucking balls.
I know you don't like him. I don't care how many. I don't care. You and I will totally disagree. Ovechkin is a wonderful offensive player, but
they're not even in the same position, Pearlo. It's like apples and fucking bananas.
I would say Crosby over Ovechkin.
If you want to compare centers that came out around the same time, how about Patrice Bergeron and Sidney fucking Crosby?
Bergeron is a better player than Crosby.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, compare the same.
Bergeron is a better player than. See, why are you not saying that? Why are you not saying that? Bergeron is a better player than Crosby.
I'll say this. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying anything.
I thought you were saying that he wasn't.
No, what I'm saying. No, I'm saying is. No, I'm saying no. I like that. I said if you want to make a comparison, compare Bergeron to Crosby because they're the two ways forwards that play the center ice position. It's the dumbest fucking argument I've ever heard.
Bergeron's a better player than Ovechkin. Crosby's a better player than Ovechkin. That's it.
I just don't agree. I don't agree. No. I think they're different. It's different. There's not comparisons. It's like saying Patrick Roy was a better player than Bobby Orr. There's just no comparison. It's not a comparable thing. Ovechkin, hey, Crosby ever lead the league in hits? Crosby ever fucking, play as many games as Ovechkin has? He missed a shit ton of games. Look, I get it. He's a great fucking player. I'm not taking anything away from him. Tonight he got away with one of the biggest fucking slashes again, and they don't call shit. Okay? No. Oh, and again, Pittsburgh had way more. I could go back and look. And you know what that is? Oh, Colorado just tied it up 3-3, by the way. It's just fucking infuriating when you're sitting on the other side of it and you watch the fucking team who was not the highest scoring team, who took a lot of penalties, who should have been called for them. Oh, in the playoffs, we don't call them. I get it. But I think it's a fake fucking narrative that's been set up by the NHL for way too fucking long. They fucking put Washington in the fucking same division as Pittsburgh when they were in the Southeast. They could have left those regional divisions, which I think they should get rid of the conferences altogether and do fucking reseeding 1 through 16. Then they make fucking the stupid playoff format, which, by the way, nobody fucking likes. So they guarantee Pittsburgh has to play Washington in the second round. And we never know. Pittsburgh could have. They matched up well against the Capitals because they had way more center depth because they have this fucking guy named Evgeny Malkin that everybody fucking conveniently forgets about, who's a top 50 player of all time, who fucking plays center, who's won a Hart Trophy, a Conn Smythe. Oh, yeah, name a fucking Hart Trophy and Conn Smythe winner on the fucking Capitals. Yeah, it's Ovechkin by himself. There's nobody fucking else. Nick Backstrom never even came close to winning anything. He finished like 7th as a Selke one year. That's it. I fucking am so tired of this bullshit fucking made up fucking argument. We'll never talk about it again on this show, ever. It's fucking garbage. You can't just celebrate fucking great. Oh, Crosby better. Yeah, because he was born in fucking Canada. I get it. It's run by Canadians. It's bullshit. It's a bullshit argument. Alexander Ovechkin is the same height and weight as Lawrence Taylor, the legendary linebacker, my favorite player of all time for the New York Giants. 6'3", 240, and he shoots the puck like nobody ever fucking has. But we can't appreciate it because we have to compare him to some fucking kid who shot shit in his goddamn. He's a great player. He's not better than Gretzky. He's not better than Lemieux. He's not even better than Yager, in my fucking opinion, who played on that same team. Okay, if Yager Lemieux had I'm just saying, like, the fucking number of Hall of Famers this kid has gotten to play with, it never gets talked about. You need to have good players to play with.
Every trade deadline, I cringe when Pittsburgh gets Jerome McGinley, which they did nothing with, by the way. It's fucking infuriating. It's like being a Leafs fan.
It's true.
Nothing changes.
It's true. Malkin and Crosby would have did the same thing.
Chris Letang, Hall of Famer. Sergei Gonchar, Hall of Famer. He got to win cups with those guys.
Gonchar should not be a Hall of Famer.
He's not in the Hall of Fame, but he should be in the Hall of Fame. He was one of the Capitals' best defensemen for a decade. He was very good. And he was very good for – he's going to win a cup with Vancouver this year as an assistant coach, too.
But Crosby and Malkin would have did the same thing in a different way as Ovechkin if they would have played in Washington.
I'll guarantee you, if Alexander Ovechkin would have had Sidney Crosby on his wing, as his center iceman, how many goals would he have? How many Stanley Cups would he have?
Oh, it would have been insane. For sure.
Pittsburgh got gifted the #1 overall pick. Who was the worst team in the NHL the year before? We had a strike, but who was the worst team? Oh, it was the Washington Capitals.
What would Crosby?
They wanted to save Pittsburgh. They saved Pittsburgh. They did that.
What would Crosby have been if he had Ovechkin his whole career on his wing?
He'd have 2,000 points, maybe.
Probably.
If he didn't have the injuries.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Can you imagine with that, his passing ability and the one-timer? Look, I don't want to take anything away from him. Jets are up 3-1, by the way. They're so good. And
that could have happened, too. That would have been insane. If Crosby and Ovechkin were on the same team, oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we got to see it once in a joke of an all-star game.
Yeah, well, yeah, who cares about that? Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome. I like that there's mutual respect. Tonight, Crosby got into it with Tom Wilson. Hey, guess what, Crosby honks? You should not whack the goalie after the fucking whistle. Tom Wilson was 100% in his rights, and I wanted Geno Malkin to drop the gloves with Tom Wilson. That would have been fucking epic.
Yeah, that would be something.
Anyway, I'm done with my Crosby fucking Ovechkin rant. I can't stand the fucking argument. I hate it. I think it's the dumbest fucking thing. It's like comparing baseball players and basketball players from different eras. It makes no fucking sense. Yeah, they played in the same time frame. A lot of things have to go right to win fucking hockey games. There's something called puck luck.
No, I mean, I still think
Andrew, I don't want to hear I don't give a fuck what your opinion is, Andrew. Don't give a fuck. You can leave. Don't fucking care. If you think Pearlo is right, Bergeron is better than Crosby, fine. You can put that in there. Don't fucking care. It's not a comparable thing. Compare left wings. Who's the best left wing of all time in his generation? It's Alexander Ovechkin. Okay? Who's right there with them? I'd say it's Jerome McGinley. Very good left winger. You could make a argument. It's Cam Neely. I believe Cam Neely played left wing, but he had injuries. Okay.
Luke Robitaille wasn't too bad.
No, Luke Robitaille didn't play the same time Ovechkin and Iginla did, really. Iginla and Robitaille crossed, though. Ovi's not better than McDavid. I'm not saying that. It's not a comparable thing. McDavid, again, is a center. You want to compare somebody, compare McDavid to Crosby. I think Crosby's a million times better than McDavid as far as two-way play. But here's what I'll say. I've never seen anybody faster than McDavid. He's very fast. I want to see what McDavid looks like. Let's make this argument when McDavid's played 13 years in the league. In 5 years.
McDavid is a 50% defensive player just like Crosby. He is way better than Crosby. Sorry.
Crosby's leading the league.
I love Crosby.
Is he not?
He's not better than McDavid. No, not even close.
Maybe not today.
No, never. Doesn't matter. As soon as they step on the ice, McDavid is a better player than Crosby all day.
Their primes, you think McDavid is better than Crosby?
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
I don't know.
Crosby is prime is not McDavid.
McDavid, what did McDavid have for points last year? Again, that's an argument I'm here for. I'll have the fucking argument. Because you know what? They both play the same fucking position. I would argue Crosby's not the best center to ever play for fucking Pittsburgh. It's Mario fucking Lemieux, and it's not even fucking close.
Absolutely no doubt about it. Mario Lemieux.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Mario fucking Lemieux. Mario Lemieux, in a lot of arguments, a lot of people consider him the best hockey player to ever play the game. Now, I personally do not.
I think you could make an argument for that.
I don't think he's better than Gretzky. Gretzky should get some credit
for not missing games.
It was damn
Gretzky
close.
should get some credit for not smoking 10 packs of cigarettes and getting Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Here's
Sorry
the thing
about it,
about
Mario
that.
Lemieux.
Gretzky would tell you that Mario Lemieux is better than him.
I know, but Gretzky's like the most humble fucking guy in the world. Everybody, your name is the great one, and they changed the U.S. and Canadian national anthem for you when you retired. You can no longer wear the number 99 in the game of hockey because of Wayne Gretzky. I think that's the argument in itself.
The reason why he says that is Mario did it in the clutch and grab era. He said that if he would have played in my era, he would have got more points.
He did play in his era. He played in his era.
No.
Yes, he did. Mario Lemieux's rookie year was 84. Gretzky won 4 cups in his era.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is from the beginning of Gretzky's era. From the beginning. Mario came later.
He only played like 5 years. Gretzky's first year in the league was like 78.
Yeah, he played.
That's only like 6 years. That's not that big a difference, bro.
Yeah, but he played 4 years in his semi.
The 80s was not clutch and grab, by the way. The 80s was as wide open as it ever was. The clutch and grab was the 90s.
Right. And he played more of the 90s than Gretzky.
Andrew, all of that argument, Mark Messier, too. Also center. Rank the centers. Rank the left wings against left wings. Rank the right wings against right wings. Rank the D against the D. Rank the goalies against the goalies. I am not here for the Crosby-Ovechkin tired-ass fucking argument. Islanders are up 4-3, by the way. It's just tired. It's lazy and tired. It means you know nothing about the game of hockey. Today on the fucking chat forum, a Pittsburgh Penguins fan was crying about high sticks that were being called. And I said, hey, you understand that if a puck is shot off a stick and the guy gets high sticks with the shot fall through or a pass fall through, it's not considered a penalty? And he was like, oh, I didn't know that. It's like, yeah, that's how it goes. I would have been pissed if the Caps gave up.
There was a better left winger than Crosby.
What?
There was a better winger than Crosby as a center.
Crosby's not a winger.
No, I'm saying there was a better winger.
But I'm not here for those comparisons. I think they're lazy and tired. And I think when you take anybody from different generations, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Because Crosby and McDavid, if they played back in the day, who knows how they would have been, because they would have been on old-ass skates and wooden sticks. You know, it's not – by the way, Jets up 4-1. Jets just scored. Boy, the Jets look so good. By the way, hot take, the Jets are Canada's best team. What do you think, Rico?
For sure. No, I could argue right now.
Dude, I'm loving it.
And Vancouver.
Hey, my betting aficionados, Rick Tocchet is the 2-1 betting favorite for the Jack Adams. I fundamentally disagree with this. I love Rick Tocchet, by the way, Wayne Gretzky's best friend. Even Wayne Gretzky said yesterday on the broadcast, let's not forget about the job Rick fucking Bowness has done in Winnipeg. He has turned this team that was a fucking dumpster fire at the end of the year. They were going to get rid of Scheifele and Hellebuck, and look at what they're doing this year. To me, they are the best team in Canada, and I am just so impressed. Rick Bowness gets shit on. Oh, by the way, 4-2 in that Dallas game.
If Philly makes the playoffs, Tortorella gets it, and if not, it should be Bowness. I agree.
I think that Vancouver he deserves some consideration. The thing about Vancouver is they underachieved last year as well, but they scored not much time left in that Dallas game. By the way, if you guys have that on, I only have 3 up today, and I want to leave them.
I need one more goal in that game. One more goal from anybody. Doesn't matter.
In what? In what?
In Montreal, Dallas. I need one more goal.
Okay. Crosby wouldn't have survived 80s hockey, says Tim York. Well, yeah, you know what? They wouldn't have. Andrew, don't tell me to chill out. This is my fucking show. I do whatever the fuck I want. Don't tell me to chill out. You want to take a timeout? I'll give you a fucking timeout. Don't tell me to chill. Okay? I'm on fucking edge. I had to watch fucking creepy old dudes hitting on my wife, trying to skank on my wife this fucking weekend at the gym. I'm about to kill some motherfuckers. So you don't train to kill people for 25 years like I do, and you have to find an outlet for your fucking aggression. And so for me, anytime you want to piss me off, bring up the Crosby-Ovechkin debate, it's the dumbest fucking thing ever. I hate it. but creepy pedophiles and schizoids that's like pretend like they're stretching when they're checking chicks out at the gym. Like, dude, I get it if it's like teenagers and shit, but like creepy old dudes, like, hey, there's this thing now, creepy old dudes called internet dating. You can do it. There's plenty. Who scored? Oh, Kucherov. God, Kucherov just scored 2 to make it 4-2.
Somebody we know had Marchment to score a goal. That was
I did. Boy, did Marchment score?
Yeah, Marchment.
Did Marchment score?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful! I got a goal and a point for him.
Oh, dude, Stars just got another goal, 4-3.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying, Pearlo?
I think it was Marchment that scored.
Here, I'll let you know. I got it open right here.
Robertson. It was Robertson.
Pavelski. They're giving it to Pavelski right now. That doesn't mean it will change.
Be like that, man.
I'm sorry. This is just what NHL is telling me. NHL.com. God, I can't keep
Johnson from Marchment. I got the Marchment point anyway.
Did you have Marchment point? I didn't have any
point and goal.
I didn't have any props on this game. I just had the over.
God, Rupe Hintz goal too. I thought Dallas was
empty net in Calgary. Thanks, Tim. Empty net in Calgary with 56 seconds left. Empty net in Calgary. That definitely is hitting the under. By the way, I mean,
I had under and Calgary in that game, so that's good.
Preds are up 2-0. By the way, Pearlo, Ryan O'Reilly.
Perfect.
You have the under in that, or
I have Predators team total over 3.5, -1.5, and over first period. As soon as Soda Bomb, as Alex likes to call him, was put in there, I just went all Predators on that one. He's terrible.
Rico, are you a little concerned about the Leafies tonight?
All I know is I got Martin Jones over saves tonight because there's no way they're taking him out under any circumstance with Hillaby probably starting in Anaheim tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Hillaby starting tomorrow. Martin Jones is going to eat the rubber tonight.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for KQ in the chat since he's one of our resident Flames fan. We get bacon from time to time, but KQ, by the way, final Jets 4-2. Not shocking at all. The Jets are just awesome. They're a wagon. I'm definitely on the Jets wagon this year. I'll get the Flyers, Oilers up here. Panthers and Coyotes. I'm interested in that game too. That score is still 1-0 with that's already halfway. So KQ, my question is, Rico is right on Jones, but the Leafs will win 4-2 tonight. Okay, Tim. Yeah, I got you. I don't hate it.
Leafs play up to their competition, man. They play up to them.
Why does ESPN do this? I'm on the game. The next game is supposed to be the Leafs and they end the stream. Why would you just carry over the stream? It's your broadcast. It's ESPN's broadcast. Dude, ESPN. Your program directors need to have their head examined I'm streaming the game. Just let it carry over. And hey, Cassie Campbell-Pascal calling the game. Now, I thought she retired. Now, she just retired from Sportsnet, so she's still going to be doing stuff for ESPN then. Well, she's on the call for ESPN tonight.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
By the way, guys, I totally, again, I'm here for that argument, Andrew. If you want to say McDavid is better than Matthews, that's fine. They both play center. And look, I'll even listen to the Matthews because Matthews sometimes plays wing Ovechkin comparison because they're both primary goal scorers. Call me in 10 years when he's got 500 goals. Yeah, Oilers just scored 2-2. Okay. I didn't realize the Flyers were up 2-2 in that. Flyers just scored. Flyers just scored, Rick. Thank you, Rick. That was I think that was dude, I love it. Good. Oh, what a goal. Bobby Brink? Was that Brink that scored there? 18. Who's 18 for the Flyers?
Oh, don't
God, good camera work, Sportsnet. Oh,
Do not- don't
hey,
ask me.
Mark Stahl. Mark Stahl got the goal. Doug, I saw your picks early. I saw your picks. You dropped them at 11. Here we go. Here's Doug's picks from earlier. Doug says Rangers versus Canes over 6. That hit. Bruins regulation, they won. Avalanche regulation, they're losing. Canucks TT over 3.5. What's TT again, guys?
Team total.
Team total. Okay, I think that hits. Where that puck is. Oh, Canucks already have 2 goals, dude. Ian Cole.
I need Ottawa to score too. I need a first period. Both teams to score there.
If you see a score that's wrong in the chat, let me know, guys. In the scrolly, I've been trying to stay on top of everything, but lots going on. It's tough when there's this many games. Yes, I am happy. Anytime we beat Pittsburgh, man, I am happy. Like I said, there's one team in the NHL I openly root against, and it's that fucking franchise.
Blake Coleman point prop hit with the empty netter.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't play any props on that one either.
You just hit that Blake Goldman goal prop with an empty net goal?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What was that at?
Plus 3 something?
Probably plus 120 or minus 120.
No, it was more, man.
Really? Missed it.
Yeah. It was
He's been getting a lot of
in the
points
twos.
so.
Yeah, I think Minnesota's in trouble. The injuries are, Gustafsson being out, Kaprizov being out. I'm surprised they didn't come down on Brendan Dillon. But I got to say, I kind of like the league letting the players police. Ryan Hartman gets Cole Perfetti right in the face. Like, hey, you're going to pay the price. And he even told him, he's like, hey, and I like it. And he paid a fine, but who cares? Like, let the players police the hey, Rick, power play for the Oilers. It's the most shocking thing I've ever heard. What is this, 7 for them in this game already? The Oilers power play ain't clicking like they were last year, though.
Yeah, got the Devon Tays goal prop as well, too.
I wish you had a Mark Stahl. I wish you had a Mark Stahl goal prop. You could probably play your fucking house off.
That probably would have been the highest paying goal prop of the night. That's for sure.
You're fine, Andrew. You're fine. I don't want anybody telling me to calm down. I'm passionate about the sport. I love the sport, and I love your fandom, and I love. Oh yeah, Edmonton scored right away. Big shock.
They must have disallowed that goal by McLeod because I'm not showing him as a goal scorer now and not even an assist. So they might have.
Do you think it was a deflection? Oh, I don't know.
Well, if it was a deflection, I would have seen him in the assist, but.
It's saying Hyman, it's saying McLeod, Hyman. So McDavid and Hyman scored the first 2, then Konechny and Stahl, and now Nugent Hopkins.
They took that goal away from McLeod because he scored about halfway through the first, less than.
Doug's saying Canucks just scored. Thanks, Doug. Canucks just scored. Elias Pettersson with his 14th. Oh, I have a rumor for you today, Toronto Maple Leaf fan. Did you hear that the Leafs may be locking up their big UFA and Willie Nylander at $11.25 million? Yep, and I think that's a pretty reliable source. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Kipper gets told stuff from people, and when he says something, I don't think it's BS. I think we're going to see it.
You know what's funny about that is the first contract Nylander and Pasternak signed for right around the same money, and then what did Pasternak just sign for? The exact same number Kipper said.
You know what? Willie Nylander deserves the money, that kind of money, and I don't even think it's out of hand. I told you, I think if he got on the open market, I think somebody would be giving him $13 million. You think the Chicago Blackhawks wouldn't think right away? Can you imagine him on the same wing as Bedard? Come on, man. Rick doesn't like it. Rick, I value your opinion so much as a diehard Leafs fan, so I get it, but I don't think that contract. He's 27, 8 years. He'll only be 36 by the end of that deal. He's a smart hockey player and a really probably one of the best skaters in the NHL. Could we make that argument for Willie Nylander? You don't really forget how to skate unless he has some catastrophic. Oh, Sens are pulling their goalie. Thanks, Doug. It's 4-0 because it's 4-0. What you guys? Who scored the fourth goal? I don't have the information yet. I'm glad I don't have that game on. Toronto would have been better to blow up the core last summer and restructure the team, says Tim. Yeah, Tim. So here's the thing. They'll only play one more year with Tavares making that kind of money. But Rick, here's the good news. The cap's going to go up 4 this year, and I believe it's going to go up between 6 and 8 the year after. So I think a team like the Leafs aren't even going to feel it. The problem is they need to add like goalie defense. So you want to spend that money somewhere else. Rico, what game has your attention? You should turn your camera and computer that way so you can just look at the screen straight ahead.
Yeah,
so
I got a couple on. I'm just
worried. As someone who had neck problems, I just worried about your neck, brother. I don't want you to have neck problems.
I'm just in a different area though, so now.
By the way, down to 209. I'm not Frank the Tank, who's gone from 500 to less than 343 pounds. Good for Frank the Tank. But I'm down to under 210. So getting in shape.
Nice, buddy.
We could have rebuilt on the fly back in the playoffs. Yeah, so Tim, the real interesting thing to me was the rumors that Dubas was going to trade Marner. I just wonder.
I was about to say that's what I would do.
He's the guy. I think he's the guy, but that you could trade to build. If you could add. Oh, KQ, my question is for you as a Flames fan. Thank you for coming back to it. Do you want to be winning these games? Because I think you are a team that needs to trade and get assets and start the rebuild now, because especially if you don't keep Hannafin and you don't keep Lindholm, I do think, and I know Pearlo hates the Huberdeau thing, but I don't think that hurts them in the long run. That he won't finish that contract out anyway. I mean, there's just the likelihood of a guy having an injury is so high in that sport and not be able to fit. I would be surprised if he makes the last 3. Yep, I hear you, Rick. I hear you. Rick, the only thing I'll say, I just want to reiterate, Rick. So KQ, just give me your answer. No, I don't think Matthews ever plays for the Yotes unless it's way at the end of his career, man. I don't think so, man. I think he likes playing in that market. I think look, the pandemic kind of messed it up for Canada, but I'll tell you this right now. I think a lot of Americans love playing in Canada because when you play hockey in the U.S., no one cares. Like if you play in a big city, they care. A big like New York or something. They like you or whatever. But for the most part, if you play high school hockey or college hockey, I think college hockey is probably pretty popular in the colleges. But if you play in Canada, everybody cares. Like they know you if you're a third line checking guy in Winnipeg, or you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, KQ, give me your thoughts. I mean, do you want to start to rebuild, or you want to try to make a playoff push with it? I'll say this. Leafs are wearing the third jersey, your favorite, huh? Oh, yeah, because the Kings are wearing that white one with the silver. I like that one. I know you guys don't like the silver helmets, but I do. I like them. Yeah,
I like them.
I like the black Leaf jerseys. My only criticism of the black, and I know Rick hates them. My only criticism of the black Leaf jerseys it is a little bit hard if I was a play-by-play guy to like read the names and numbers. A little close. Now, Rick, I'm going to push back a little bit on what you said here, where you said 9.5 was what you'd like to see him make. Yes, but he cowards in the playoffs. I actually thought Nylander has been one of the least better players in the playoffs the last couple of years. The numbers say so too, don't they, Rico?
Yeah, when the games count and you need him, like he's slick. He's getting stronger too, man. Like if you've seen the way this guy's built, like it's hard to get the puck off him. Like his puck retrieval skills have gotten so much better along the boards, and he's only going to get better. I mean,
Rico, do you know Tim York from Ice Guys? You know him?
Yeah.
Would you send him the link you watch shows on, DM him or whatever? Because he says he's not able to watch the Leafs game because of Sportsnet. Send him your link.
Really?
Yeah.
He's blocked.
Yeah, he says Sportsnet is fucking him on the Leafs broadcast. That sucks, guy. When is hockey gonna realize the blackouts are the dumbest fucking thing ever, and they should not happen? They're so fucking antiquated. They were invented for fucking 70s baseball because these fucking proletariat fucking rich ass owners were worried about. God, it's 5-0 Canucks. We're worried about not selling out baseball games. Guess what? Baseball games don't sell out the playoffs now. So their money's all made through TV. So you don't need to have blackouts. LA has the same problem. Like you can't watch a Dodgers game.
The idea is that if you block it out, then they'll pay. People will pay to watch it. So that's
no, Pearlo, that's so antiquated. People will go to the game that like to go to the game. People that aren't going to. And like LA, you're not going to fucking drive 3 hours to go to a game every day. You know, it's like if you go to games,
if I've got lots of money and I'm an Oilers fan and they're blocking out and it costs me $20 a month, I'll pay it. Simple as that. If you just
Tim, I just sent you a DM on X, Tim. I just sent you
$20 a month is no big deal. I'm with you there, Pearlo. That's what I'm saying. But like, I don't know where Tim lives, but if he lives in fucking Toronto, why is the game blacked out for him? It's in fucking LA tonight.
I think he lives in Calgary.
Well, even worse. Even fucking worse. Why would he? So here, KQ says. Hey, KQ,
well,
thank you.
Put it this way: I pay for the center ice package. Cost me $200.
Yeah. So Pearlo, I do too. I don't have center ice, but I have ESPN Plus.
So
and I have Hulu Live.
They're going to make you pay for your team. They're going to make you pay for that center ice package if you want to watch your team. That's what they're doing. If he had the center ice package, he could watch it. He doesn't.
Yeah, $20 a month, not worth it. It's not expensive at all. It's worth it totally. Okay, so I want to get back to what KQ said because he answered my question about the Flames real quick. Craig Conroy, the GM, says retool, by the way, American, Craig Conroy. But he's told by the owner what to do. Yeah, I don't know who the Flames owner is, but I want to see the Flames make the playoffs. Okay. Last year we were short by 1 point. Yep, and you have the team, KQ. That's why I wanted to ask. So KQ is saying Sportsnet package, Pearlo. Is that what it's called now? You're saying center ice because that's what I had.
There's something different. It's called SN Now. That's like TSN has their own streaming service, and so does Sportsnet. So you can get NHL center ice, and it's just a broad where you get every game.
You have to have them both.
Yeah. You can subscribe to just NHL center ice, and then you get all NHL. But you could subscribe to Sportsnet, and then you get the Blue Jays, and then you get the hockey and everything that Sportsnet covers. TSN covers the World Juniors and the Grey Cup.
You get all your local teams. You get all your local teams. You don't get all the games, but you get all your local teams.
I might look into the DirecTV Live and see if they offer. So DirecTV is how I used to get the center ice package, and there were no regional blackouts for center ice unless the game was on NHL Network. But guess what? With the DirecTV package, I got NHL Network. So Rick says Calgary, Winnipeg, Montreal, Ottawa, Vancouver Oilers are all blacked out in Toronto area. So what does that mean, Rick? How would you be able to watch the games? Would you have to buy the TSN or Sportsnet Now package so you could watch those games?
If you have Sportsnet, I'm sure you can watch some of those games. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I mean, on my regular
the Nationals, right? Like the hockey night in Canada.
Oh yeah.
You could watch those games, but
that's all I know is if the internet ever goes down, I'm not watching hockey.
You won't get it. Yeah.
What'd you say, Rico?
Well, I said if the internet ever goes down, I'm not watching hockey.
I'm in the same boat.
I have multiple sources like online to watch stuff. It's just if that ever goes to shit or something ever happens and the internet goes down, which it never does, knock on wood. Like I don't rely through Bell or Rogers to watch anything.
Well, I mean, can you even get cable or satellite anymore? I imagine you have to have it in certain spots in Canada, but like I'll tell you here, like out here in the boondocks, people were paying $400 or $500 for internet, and now they're just going to get Elon Musk's thing where it's like a $600 payment, and then you pay like $90 a month in the Starlink, and it's actually really affordable and good internet. I've been thinking about getting it here, but so we could take it on the road, but I don't know. Because Pearlo, are you familiar with this big pond hockey tournament in Jasper?
I heard about it.
How far is that from Edmonton?
About 2.5 hours. Somewhere
South or north?
Yeah, actually west.
So like due west. Like right on the
pretty
same,
much,
okay.
Pretty much due west. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about maybe making a pilgrimage to it. When is that pond hockey tournament?
I don't know. I heard about it, but I'm not sure when it is. But
Rick says the Oilers game is on Sportsnet 1, and we get it for some reason.
Yeah,
probably. Go on,
watching that game over on the side of me right now on Sportsnet 1. Yeah.
Okay, and you're kind of in the Toronto area. I mean, sort of.
Well, this is an Android box too, so again, it's like internet TV. It's like IPTV type thing. It's not directly through Rogers channels.
Oh, hey, Craig McTavish is on the broadcast. I'll drop Pearlo here while we're waiting for him to come back. Just recapping the scores: Bruins won 4-1, Hurricanes won 6-1 over the Rangers. Bruins beat the Blue Jackets. Sorry, Capitals win 4-3 over the Penguins. Canadians won 4-3 over the Stars, and I don't know if I got that one final because that one was going and going and going. So that's a final. Calgary beats Minnesota 3-1 final. Chicago is down 3-0. Nope, that's over. Chicago loses 3-0 to the Nashville Predators. The Lightning
7-1 for the Leafs to start this game.
Yeah, good. That's good. Good start for the Leafs. Best way to not give up bad goals is never let it in your own end. Interested in this Panthers Coyotes game. Close game, 1-0 third period about to start in that. I still have the first on there. Islanders Avalanche 4-3. Islanders still waiting for that third period to start. Still at the second intermission. And Philly Edmonton, that I can't believe I haven't I thought I updated this score. That's 3-2. That's already in the third as well. Is it not? Yeah, that's going into the third. Only 4 minutes left in the break of the second intermission. And Canucks are just, boy, are the Senators the most disappointing team in the NHL this year? They have to be, because everybody was telling me they're making the playoffs. And then Sharks and Wings are underway. The Wings have already scored. Daniel Sprong, former Penguin, former Capital, for Seattle Kraken, 10th goal of the year. What a nice little signing Daniel Sprong was, huh? All right.
Yeah, the Kraken miss him, that's for sure. When I saw him play live, he was a smart hockey player on the ice. I remember when Seattle came to Toronto there, he was just a guy that was good position all the time and never really hurt his team and chip in the odd goal. And yeah, good depth.
Yeah, I mean, you get 20, 25 goals from this guy. I know Jeff Merrick always singing Daniel Sprong's praises. I really want to watch that Arizona Panthers game. I really wanted to have that one on. I'm gonna have to see if Pearlo, you can bring yourself back up. Anyway,
how do you do that? Just go hit. Okay.
Click over your little box thing, and it says remove or add to screen, and you can bring yourself back up because you guys have admin rights. Oh, by the way, guys. I forgot to say, we said this yesterday. If you join us for the stream, this week we are going Monday through Thursday. We will not have a Friday show. I can't do a Friday anyway this week. But from now on, we'll be Monday through Friday the rest of the hockey year. Jones just robbed LA. Okay. You might be a little bit ahead of me, Rick, so I might get to see it here. No, I told Leaf fans, man, Martin Jones played a good 30 games really well for the Seattle Kraken. And I think if you get that out of him until Wall gets back, and you're going to have to play the young kid on some back-to-back from here and there just because Marty Jones is 33 years old or whatever. But I'm not that panicky if I'm a Leafs guy. And who knows, maybe they get – so today I don't know if you guys are curious or concerned, but it sounds like Samsonov is not going to play for the Marlies. They're just going to run him through the gauntlet of brainwashing him back to being a good goaltender. Because what it sounds – look, from what I can tell, I don't think it's even a confidence thing. I just think he's not playing the goaltender position well. He's overplaying. And when you start second guessing yourself and stuff, the one thing I'll say about Samsonov, very athletic goalie, and sometimes that's I think it hurts him sometimes. I think you tend to overplay pucks. You tend to be out of your net, get out of your net easier. So Andrew says he's done, but we'll see. I hope he is not done. I really hope to see the kid make it. Hey, Occupancy, thank you so much for joining us. I know this is your first time with us. Leave a like.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. I know Occupancy very well.
Yeah, he's a great capper. I follow him on Twitter as well, too.
Great capper. Fantastic capper. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming in. Well, we could start capping tomorrow's games if you guys want.
Sure.
But here's what I'll tell you. It's not going to take us very long. We can talk about every facet of the game because there's only 2 games. So
yeah, I'm actually happy about that. I get a little break tomorrow. It's good.
Yeah, it'll be a short one tomorrow, guys. Devils, Caps. Caps are a plus 136 home dog, so they went to Pittsburgh. They're back. They'll play. I don't know. I loved how the Caps played the first part of the game. I don't want to poo-poo it, but Devils are in the same boat as the Caps. They're all the same points. So it was a huge 2 points for the Capitals today. And with Tampa losing, that puts the Capitals back in the final wild card. So, again, lots of hockey to be played left. A small part of me wants the Caps to trade off players and try to make the Cup playoffs next year. 2 years in a row, I think, would be really good because Ryan Leonard looks real damn good, and I can't wait to see him in a Capitals lineup. Anyway, and you can't get those level of talents if you're not drafting in the top 10 where guys are ready or virtually ready. I'll take the Caps at plus 136 as a home dog coming off a pretty emotional one against Pittsburgh. How you guys feel?
I'm taking New Jersey all day.
Yeah, New Jersey's probably sitting in Washington right now waiting for them. They're going to have a good morning skate before the game, and that's a team that's got to get going, and Washington played
I'll take a team coming off an emotional win like that against pretty much anybody, and New Jersey's too.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, nothing against Washington, but I think New Jersey in that spot.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Rico. Just kidding. I totally get it.
No, I get what you're saying. They're coming off a high, but the problem is you're coming off a high and then you're going against a team on a back-to-back. It's a tough spot. It's because of the emotional high, the reason why I take New Jersey. But I really got to start giving the Capitals more respect here for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt.
There's a lot of teams that are garnering a little bit of respect now, including Philadelphia finally just basically cementing themselves as a good team, not just a hot starter, I think. And then you got Montreal goes into Dallas, and if you're not ready to play Montreal, they're going to play hard.
Montreal needs way more respect going forward, I would say, for sure. For sure. Oh, we lost him. We lost Beard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They have beaten the Leafs in '93. They just showed Melrose on the bench there. Did you? I watched a Spit and Chiclet podcast the other day. I don't know if you heard. Hey, Beard, did you hear the the Gretzky interview on Spit and Chicklets about being in the elevator before the Game 7 at Maple Leaf Gardens with the security guard. Basically, the security guard was kind of nervous, saying, you know what, this is going to be nuts in here tonight. And Gretzky's like, why? He's like, well, after the game, it's going to be crazy. There's going to be people everywhere after Toronto wins. Like, my shift starts at 10:30 or something. Then Gretzky's like, don't worry about it. My shift starts at 7:30. Basically.
Yeah, I think they also said that the piano on the back comment by Bob McKenzie, I think, got to a young Bob McKenzie back then too, right? Yeah, no, that was a great interview. They drop another one tomorrow, which is nice because we got virtually no games. Maple Leafs at Ducks is the other game. I know you guys finished talking about the Caps. Devils, totally respect. Devils are a great team, just stacked. The only thing I just don't like their goaltending. And if you think the Caps' third goalie sucks, it's 2 times national champion Hunter Shepard with the UMD Bulldogs, and he's also a Calder Cup champion. So I'd love to see him win a Stanley Cup with some team at some point in his career. John Boochgrass said tonight he looked 40 when he was 24. He's only 28. So, and he'll definitely get the start since my main man Charles Lindgren is hurt. Leafs at Ducks. I mean, I want to see how the Leafs play this game. I want to see how tough this game is. But I'm taking the Ducks at home at plus 160. I know I'm nuts, but the Leafs just are like fucking awful against the worst teams in the league. They always are. They lost this team last year. They always lose to shit teams. And I think you're a fool if you bet in favor of the Leafs when they play a bad team. You either stay away or whatever. Before you guys give your picks, let me give some of the chat's picks for the previous game. Thanks for the update on Edmonton. I did update the score. Andrew likes the Caps, and he likes the Leafs. Go ahead, Rico or Pearlo.
Well, it's going to be Hillaby's first start as a Leaf, so they might rally around him and go balls out for him in that game. But Anaheim's coming out of the break trying to play a little better as well, too. Depending, like you said, what happens in this game, Toronto might be banged up a little bit playing the Kings tonight. So,
yeah, I really want to see how this game shapes out. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was saying, Pearlo, what about the over-under in that game? You think he should call the over in that game, or do you think the Leafs are going to play very conservative around their new goaltender?
Oh man, it's hard to say. There's so many variables that like, how's that kid gonna do? Like you said, they're beat up. Like, I think the best bet on that would probably be like something like both teams to score first period, or maybe Anaheim could come out in the first period and give her a go, right? Like if I was going to take Anaheim, I'd take them first period. After that would be my probable play there, I guess.
Yeah, maybe a little nerves, new goaltender.
Yeah.
Toronto not starting on time.
Yeah, because they just aren't on back-to-back. So, but it's hard to trust the Ducks right now to do anything really. So it's hard to say. It's a tough one.
I just think a lot of guys get up against Toronto, and I think Toronto plays down to the they punch down to the competition like nobody's business.
You're really punching down here.
They have a 400 win percentage against teams with sub 500 records this year. That was and you know this. I don't hate the Leafs. I would love to see the Leafs do well.
I'm not against the Leafs there either, but I like for the very reason you said I can't pick them either. Like I can't take them because
you just stay away from this game. Pearlo is what you're saying.
Pretty much, probably.
Okay.
I have to think about it a little more, but I mean I don't like it because just for the reasons you said. That it's hard to take Anaheim to beat anybody, and Toronto could definitely put the bed there. So.
Murray Edwards is the majority owner for the Flames. Thanks, Tim. I did not know. I don't know anything about him. I don't like Edmonton's owner. Seems like a schmarmy fuck to me. He seems like a guy whose name is going to be listed on the Epstein list that comes out here.
You're so right. You
know what's funny? You took the words right out of my mouth, man.
Yeah,
he does seem like that type of guy, doesn't he?
He was already,
he
was already accused of that sort of thing already. By the way.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nothing against
up
guy.
Twitter every day and seeing Epstein trending every time I open up Twitter.
He won the lawsuit
right at the top,
which I imagine was a financial win. Yeah, so he paid himself out of it.
By the way, guys, I apologize. I did not say the over-unders. The Caps Devils is 6.5. I definitely would take the over. And then the Maple Leafs Ducks is 6.5.
Who's going to be playing in net for the Caps in that game?
I told you, Hunter Shepard, 2-time national champion, UMD Bulldogs, and last year's Calder Cup champion. He's a good goalie, man. You have to have 3 or 4. Look, if the Vegas Golden Knights proved anything, you could never have enough goaltending depth. Their 4-stringer won the Stanley Cup for him last year in Aiden Hill, and now
I would take that kid over shots tomorrow. Because New Jersey's never played against this goaltender, and he was
he's 2-0-1 this year.
Saves, I said, not shots.
Actually, Pearlo, I believe he beat New Jersey earlier in the year. He was up earlier in the year, and he beat New Jersey. If you check an October game, I believe the Capitals beat the Devils with Hunter Shepard in net, if I recall. And
I would take him over saves, is what I mean to say. I would take him over.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just telling you to give you detailed information as a guy who follows the team fairly closely. I do believe one of his 2 NHL wins this year are against the New Jersey Devils. So that could be a bad thing. Anyway, just letting you know. We're getting close to the end here. But Rico, did you give your pick for the Ducks Leafs? I had to go ask my wife about a purchase.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think, like Pearlo said, maybe Ducks first period, because Toronto's going to be coming out of a game at LA tonight that's going to be probably a little bit taxing on them. So I'll probably take Ducks first period, and maybe, I don't know about the over there. I think the Leafs might play conservative, and Anaheim doesn't mind playing a low-scoring game either. So,
okay. I love what Occupancy says here. He says, I need to respect Washington and Philadelphia more as we move forward. Yeah, I appreciate that, Occupancy. I think the Pearlo had some higher expectations for the Flyers tonight, too, against Edmonton. They're not stacking up as well as I thought they would. They're getting a lot of shots, but I think a lot of people get shots on Edmonton. So, but they're losing 4-2. So I think Edmonton's probably going to close that game out pretty easy. Always tough to come back when you lose, when you don't score first, right? I mean, if you can jump out early. Thanks for everybody that retweeted it. I appreciate it. I know I'm on a giant fucking rant, but I just get it's been anyway. He's about to murder me. I've been told I'm not allowed to come to games with him anymore. Am I bad luck? Let me share this with you guys. This is our good friend Isles Girl 3, which she will be on. I got to touch base with her. She'll be on. She went to the Rangers game with her boyfriend, fiance, who is a Rangers fan, and they lost 6-1. She's probably like, one can hope that I'm bad luck. Because she's a diehard Islanders fan, if you didn't know, for people in the chat. Anyway.
Ottawa's coming back.
Oh, are they really?
No, they just won. They got a goal.
Well, did you hit the over?
Yeah, well, not yet. Hopefully, we should get the over there pretty easy. But I had the Senators to win for 1 pearl, but the over I had for more. So
here's Doug. Doug says Devils Capitals over 6. It's 6.5 for us here in the States. So I don't think you have that choice, Doug. Here, if you're betting in Canada and you can get 6, I would definitely take the over. Ducks Leafs, I'm going to try for a lower in game over. Here's what I think too. I could see the Leafs, which you are about to have a power play, win this game against LA. LA does not play good at all at home. They don't have a great home record. They're better on the road. LA doesn't want to win the division. In fact, if they really want to be in third place. They don't want to be that first wild card, but they want to be in third place because they play so well on the road. But I could see the Leafs winning this and just get totally steamrolled by the Ducks tomorrow. It's just so Toronto. That's just how they are. Well, give us your closing thoughts, boy.
Or a draw in the Leafs and Anaheim.
Something like that. Yeah, I could see that. The draw there would be
overtime win, overtime loss. Totally up Toronto's MO. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, after having this big game against LA, I could see them definitely struggling against pretty much any team tomorrow. So, especially if they win. Yeah, for sure.
Flyers on the power play. I think I've got all the scores up to date. Rico, what are your closing thoughts? And we'll call the show and see you guys tomorrow.
We're closing up shop?
Yeah, we've been on an hour, man.
All right. No, I'm excited to see what the outcome of this Leafs-Kings game is. I'm going to be watching it very, very closely. I got the Nick Robertson goal prop. I'm just hoping that hits, and that'll make my night. So just looking forward to this, the rest of this game.
I would love to see a Nick Robertson goal prop. I'd also love to see Austin Matthews get his 30th. I really would love to see him take a real run at 70. That would be cool. We haven't had anybody score 70 since Solane, right? Yeah, Ovechkin had
Ovechkin
65.
Never did it.
No, he never did it. He's 65. But still, nobody scored 65 as of late either. I think McDavid had 63 last year, and they were all saying he's going to have 70. And I was like, well, wait and see. And McDavid's not going to hit 50 this year, I don't think. But he's, he's a pass first. Anyway. Andrew, we talked about the Canada World Juniors earlier. Do you have any picks on the World Juniors? Is that fine? They got games tomorrow?
I don't think so. Nothing tomorrow, because it's the semifinals, so they give them all a day off.
A day
the
off.
only one
okay.
playing tomorrow might be the relegation, like Germany.
Well, Canada's not playing again, right? They're not playing again.
They may.
Also tonight, McDavid became the 5th fastest player to record 900 points with that beautiful assist in his 602nd game.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, he's going to hit 1,000 sometime next year easily, right? Yeah, Canada's out and done, Tim. I saw. What about the Sweden? Talk about the Sweden-Switzerland kind of controversial call in overtime. Did you guys? I guess Mike Johnson.
Brutal. The guy just walked by him and pushed his stick against him, basically. That was horrible. They called a penalty towards the end of the game, too, but then that one there, they called 2 bad ones in a row.
You think that was a little sussy with Yeah, so this is great. They don't have the schedule. Good job, TSN. Your website blows. It won't let me scroll past January 2nd, so I have no idea what the games are, the next game. So, yeah, Tim, you could look on it on the internet, I guess. I know Heat Daddy, my favorite guy in the whole world.
Right there, it's going to be, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be Thursday, January 4th. Relegation game, Germany, Norway at 5 a.m. Eastern. Then Sweden and Czechia is going to play at 9 Eastern. And then the States and Finland at 1:30 Eastern on Thursday.
Okay, so U.S. has U.S. has. Okay, I have to save Capes. What do you got, Capes? What you got going on? Boys went and got their nails done today. I gotta have the international rules suck compared to North. You know what, Tim? I kind of remember some pretty shit calls against the U.S. last year when they played Canada. So what goes around comes around in the fucking double IHF, I guess. Sharks scored, tied it up 1-1. Thanks, Doug. Frederick Zetterlund, his 11th goal. Man, I'm really interested to see what they're out shooting the Red Wings tonight. The Red Wings don't particularly play good defense. And they were struggling with their goaltending because they've got so many injuries. They're kind of in the same boat. End of the first, great time to end the stream for the Toronto LA game. Edmonton looks like they're in the wheelhouse. As our good friend Doug said, Red Wings won. It's now 1-1. There's 3 minutes left in the first in that game. Red Wings Sharks in San Jose at the Shark Tank. Canucks are beating the Senators 5-1. The Senators are pathetic. I did want to comment on this. You guys talked about it last stream. Yes, you were correct. I misread the thing. The president of hockey operations, Steve Staios, hired himself as the general manager. Now, I believe Dave Poulin coming in as the vice president of hockey ops is probably going to help him with that presidential role, which from what I understand is a lot more community facing. But to hear Frank Salavelli today on Daily Faceoff, shout out Frank, talk about Dave Poulin as like a really brilliant hockey guy, just super intelligent. And it sounds like it's going to be real collaborative. And look, guys, anybody in here, I want Ottawa to be good. It sucks they're not. It's terrible that they're not good.
Arizona just scored. By the way.
Oh, did they?
I have Arizona money. I have Arizona money line against Florida.
Oh, that's going to be a good game.
And I got a Sean Dursey point prop. Tell me he's in on it.
Kerfoot. I had Kerfoot. Yeah,
Pearlo had Kerfoot. Nice.
Okay, my final thoughts, and this is going to surprise the shit out of you. It actually surprises the shit out of me. I can't believe I'm saying this, and I'm probably going to hate myself by the end of it. But this Knobloch dude in Edmonton,
yeah,
he's got them playing a 1-3-1, dude, in the neutral zone. And
he's got their knobs all locked up there.
He's got their knobs all locked, yeah.
So you know what's so weird?
I think the Oilers
Knobloch is not a weird name for me because there was this Minnesota Twins second baseman who later played for the New York Yankees. And Chuck Knobloch, who was a fucking good player. I think he got the yips at the end of his career, though, which is kind of shitty. But
what I'm saying is, you haven't heard me say this for a decade. I think the Oilers are for real.
Oh, you like them? You're starting to come around on them. Dude, they've been winning a lot of games. So.
Well, because they're playing a 1-3-1 and they're buying into this.
They just scored again, by the way, to go up 5-2. Yeah. So, Pearlo, your point was emphasized even better.
Yeah, and I haven't said that for a decade, but I haven't been saying this all the way up until now. You know that. But
oh no, dude, you're the harshest critic of the Oilers on this thing. Look, I don't hate the Oilers either. Like, I just laugh because everybody and their mother picked them as a Stanley Cup. I still don't think they're a Stanley Cup team. I don't think they have the depth of the goaltending.
1-3-1, man, and they get good goaltending. I don't know.
Pearlo, put it out there on Twitter, man. Get those hands typing because those knuckles aren't from playing the piano behind you.
Hey, I think that's a great note to end on. Pearlo praising the Oilers, and they score 5-2, as our friend Rick Smith said, the second of the night for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, one of the best names in hockey. Appreciate you guys so much. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. I know it's fire and brimstone to start the stream, but Pens Caps always brings it out.
Dude. If you don't like
I love it. I love this sport. I love doing this podcast with you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for the final thoughts. See you tomorrow.
Cheers,
10 p.m. Eastern.